Okay. Hey. Welcome to the Wealth and Wellness Extravaganza. I am so excited to be here today with my girl, Alexis Frank. Now, honey, y'all don't even know the gems, the jewels, and the beautiful, like all the stuff you are about to get up in here today. Okay. And so get in the room, get in here. Kathleen, we see you. Kathleen said, I'm waiting. So we are ready to get this party started. So, first and foremost, we want to welcome you. This is an extravaganza where we're going to be talking about self care for the powerful CEO. Now,
Mm.
what's super cool is Alexis asked me, hey, is this just for business owners? I'm going to let y'all know this right now. No, it's for everybody. Tell your besties, tell your friends, tell everybody, because at the end of the day, at any point, you can open something up that will bring something special out of you that you never know. You may end up being that CEO that you didn't think you were going to be. Okay. So, this is for everybody. So, as we get started here today, I want you to meet my fabulous friends. So, Alexis, please, Queen, let everybody know who you are.
I'm so delighted to be here, honestly. I have just had like the most powerful weekend, starting off with like the most amazing Monday, which is really just here to pump everybody up and be like, you are a queen, you are powerful, you are all of the amazing things. How are you choosing yourself? This is just so much fun for me. I love my life. I love my life. So, I'm Alexis, and I am a life coach and a business strategist, specifically for eldest daughters, but I really kind of talk to everybody. Um, and I really help you learn how to reclaim your power and use that power to make more money, because for a while you forgot who you were. For a while, you let people with small visions and small imaginations dictate how big your dreams get to be. And I don't know about you, but I ain't come here to live for everybody else. I've already done enough for everybody else. I've already given my money away to everybody else. I've already given my power away to everybody else. So what am I doing for myself? How am I pumping myself up? How am I living my best life? That's what I do. That's what I teach you to do. Because let's get to the bag. Let's get to the power. It is about the cash. It is about the wealth. It is about the abundance. It isn't about the flow. It's about all of this, and it is about you. Let's make it about you, and let's feel good as we make it about you.
So, sorry, I jump over to Instagram sometime to see who's over there, and I see my girl Misha's in Instagram. Hey, girl, hey. So, man, straight up, love all of that. And I love how, did I just turn that off? I love how you talk to eldest daughters. Now, can you tell us why eldest daughters? I know why, but explain to the people, why are you talking to the eldest daughters?
Right. Okay. So, first, it's really important to remember that birth order doesn't always matter. So, I know a lot of my content people are like, well, I'm the youngest daughter. You speaking to me? Listen, if the shoe fits, wear it. Because it's not always the oldest daughter, the oldest child that gets picked as the one that's supposed to be successful, that's supposed to be the one to take over, the one that's supposed to carry, the burden. So that's the first thing. If the shoe fits, wear it. But eldest daughters, historically, and honestly, this is something that's becoming more mainstream. It's becoming more, we're talking about it more. Eldest daughters everywhere are realizing that they were groomed from the time they slippery slid out of the vagina to be successful, to be the one to help take care of others, to be the one that was supposed to be everything that their parents couldn't be. And and it's like we've spent a lifetime trying to please our parents, trying to be this person that is an extension of their parents. We're not trying to be the version of ourselves that we know that we can be. We're not trying to be our own human. We're not trying to stand in our own power. It's like, oh, and then you fall victim to, well, my parents sacrificed this and my parents sacrificed that. And it's like, now you're slave to your parents' sacrifice and you didn't even ask for any of this. And so it's like this entire identity of being an eldest daughter and not having something for yourself. That's why I speak to us. And technically, I'm the youngest. So like my father has 5 children that I know about. But I'm the youngest in the ones of me and my mom, the two of this, this ish, but I'm the only daughter. So I identify as the oldest daughter, the eldest daughter, because I'm the only one. And it's like, a lot of times we feel emotionally responsible for the people around us. A lot of us had emotionally immature parents, and we're still learning how to raise our parents. And we joke about it, but the burden is so heavy on us that, again, we've forgotten who we are. We probably never even knew who we were in the first place. And we're trying to figure all of that out. And it's like, I talk to you because I lead from the front. I go through this myself. I show you the way that I show myself. And you have so much power. Your parents, as much as they groomed you to take care of others, you still have this innate power in you. And it's like, it's gotten you so far. Now imagine what you can do when it's coming from a place of knowing who the hell you are.
Well, I tell y'all, I told y'all this is gonna be here. Okay, first of all, right? It's how you identify. And so Kathleen, she in the chat talking about, I'm an eldest daughter. She get it. She get it, right? She was cut out, right? They took her out. And it's a lot from there. It's a lot of pressure. I'm a middle child, but technically my sister and I are 11, 12 years apart, or maybe even 13 years. I have to really think about it. But 13 years apart. We're 13 years apart. And so by the time I'm coming up, there's a whole period where she was gone doing her thing.
Yeah.
So I stepped in as what? The eldest daughter. And, so here's my question to you. Do you think that eldest daughters are and it's not just eldest, because like I said, I'm a middle child. So if you at any point where the pressure was on you to be everything your parents needed you to be, are these women people pleasers?
Is that a question? Is the sky blue? Is the sun and is water wet?
Okay, so now we're talking to the people pleasers, okay? And so this is what I want to ask you. Alexis, talk to us about boundaries. How do we set them? Right? Because that's the self-care tip today. How do we set them? And not only how do we set them, how do we get comfortable even starting to set them? Because that's I struggle. People pleaser. Yes, it's always been me. That's why I laughed about it. Kathleen said, that's a dumb question. Of course we are.
It's a rhetorical one, obviously. It's like the eldest daughter is the people pleaser.
It's the people pleaser. We are born to please. We are born to walk on eggshells and be concerned about what everyone else thinks. We are high functioning people pleasers. I agree, Kathleen. I agree. So how do we set these boundaries? Because as often as I want to, the moment I start saying, okay, I'm not gonna be able to do that for you, or the moment I start trying to really set the boundary, it gets a little scary in these streets. People get upset with me. I feel uncomfortable. I told somebody no recently, and I felt so uncomfortable. I was upset with myself. Like, did we really have to say no? And then after I realized why the no was important, I was like, girl, yeah, we did. But it took me a while. So please talk to us about these boundaries, girl. How do we get better at setting them?
Yes. Okay. So boundaries is kind of a two-pronged thing. So let me talk first about how you can start to set boundaries. I actually call them thick mommy boundaries. And I really don't know where that came from. It shot out of my mouth one day and I was like, we're rolling with it. So thick mommy boundaries is what I call them. And I actually have a 3-step process for how I create thick mommy boundaries. And I have a whole masterclass that's available on my website that you can buy to get all 3 steps. But I like to start with step 1 because it's the most important and it's going to get you so far. So step 1 for setting boundaries is asking yourself routinely, when you're about to make a decision, does this support the life that I'm trying to create? The woman that I see in my manifestations, the woman that I see in my visions, the woman that has everything that I already desire, the highest version of me, when she is giving a response, is she saying yes to this thing or is she saying no to this thing? Because if she's saying no to it and I'm trying to be her, then I'm saying no to it. If she's saying yes to something that's elevating her, but it scares me, I'm still saying yes, because then that's how I become her. Recently, I've been talking a lot on my social media about how your past becomes your future because you don't change anything in your life. And so, what you did yesterday, you're routinely going to do today, which is what you're going to choose tomorrow. So, if you said yes to something you didn't want to do today, now you're doing the thing today, and you're going to feel more obligated to do it tomorrow, which is how you don't change anything in your life. And the disruptor in that pattern is by stopping and saying, does this support the life that I'm trying to create? Does taking care of my elderly parents support the life that I'm trying to create? If the answer is no, then you say no. And you say it with your chest because you know who you are and you know what you want for yourself. And so that is step one to setting boundaries. Just asking yourself, it's like, does this support the woman that I want to be? Would she be doing this? If the answer is no, then you don't do it. And then that's how you become her. It's that simple. And I know that it feels good. And I can see people go, oh, but I added the. People are coming to you because you always open the door for them. Every time they ring the doorbell, you answer it. Anytime they need something from you, they know that they can call you and you're going to drop everything for them. People rely on you because you've trained them to rely on you. They're like puppies, okay? They're like my kids. And so it's like the same way you've trained them, you can untrain them. You have to show them how to love you through the boundaries that you create. When you say no to something, that's you showing people, this is how you can respect me. This is how you can love me. This is how I want to be treated. And if they can't get on board with that, then why do you care? Why are you surrounding yourself with people that are so attached to disrespecting you? Why do you attach yourself to people who don't want what's best for you? Putting boundaries up is the best way to filter out the people that are really meant for you and not the people who have your best interest in heart and not, because people who hate boundaries are people that are offended by them. They're ones that have been scorned by them. And that's on them. That's not on you.
Man, this is good. I'm over here typing, trying to type. I'm like, okay, she said this. That was good. You know, she over here dropping gems. I told y'all Alexis was gonna come in here and drop some gems. Woo! I mean, show them how to love you through the boundaries you create. And I love how you said you have to train people on how to treat you. You know, like we have to train them. And then there was one more thing that you said that I can't run from it. So I'm all about manifestation, right? And in order to manifest the life you want to live, you have to do what? Become that person. And it's exactly what you just said. You have to become them in order to receive what you want to receive or have happen whatever you want to see happen next, right? And so many of us aren't in the work of becoming. We're so victim to everything that is. Right? So I
Yes.
love what you are talking. So step one, yes, I love it. You said thick mommy boundaries. Okay. Like, yes, everybody want to be a little thick, you know. I love it. And so in these boundaries, right? These thick mommy boundaries, what are things that people pleasers can start setting boundaries for? Right? Is it, I know it's the you can't go to everybody's everything. I know that's a thing, right? But what are some other ways that and I like to talk business owners, so let's talk about it. What are some other ways that business owners can set boundaries, or what are some good boundaries for business owners that will help them excel?
Yeah, no, that's a great question, because business owners sometimes at the heart, especially when you're starting your business, are people pleasers. You want people to see you. You're trying to stand out in a crowd of people, right? It's like there's a million other coaches. How do I stand out? And so you do things like offer low prices. You do things like make yourself available 24/7. You do things like go out of your way to make sure that your clients are happy, and they'll stomp all over you because you want them to see you. You want them to validate you. But this is where you're losing out, because the only validation you ever needed was your own. And you're looking to people to tell you something that you should know inherently. You're looking to people to show you something that you should be finding within yourself. Because when you strut, when you walk with your chest out and you're like, I am this person, people see that in you. You're not looking to them for an answer. You're like, I know who I am. You can come along if you want to. And so, but most business owners, when they're looking to people please, they do it by setting low prices. They think that that will draw people in. They do it by making themselves available 24/7. They allow their clients to upset them. They apologize profusely for not answering in the first 30 seconds that someone sends them a message. And again, that's how your past becomes your future, because now you're telling the universe, I am open and available to clients who disrespect me. I'm open and available for clients who pay me $100 and they want the $10,000 package. I'm open and available for people who don't respect themselves, and that shows in the way that they treat me. And is that really what you want to be open and available for? Because that's what you're telling the universe is happening. And no. And so how you can set a boundary is raise your prices. Okay. Stop trying to be the cheapest one on the block. Stop waiting until you have 5 different certifications to justify your genius. Stop going. You don't need another degree. Stop going back to school. Get out there and do it. Put yourself out there. Let people see you. Be visible. Stop hiding behind faceless accounts. Show your face, show your genius, show people who you are and the power it is that you wield. Because when you exert power, people aren't going to step to you and try to cross that power. They're going to try to get to your level. And you're not pushing up the level that you are at right now by you just having this pick me energy. Raise your prices, stop going back to school, own who you are, stand in your power, let your content speak for all of your glory and all of your knowledge. And just, if you have to, just be that bitch until you feel like her. Just walk in the room and act like you own the space until you feel like you own the space. Sometimes that really is what it takes. It's not rocket science, babe. You just don't have to do everything that everybody else has been telling you to do. Throw the shit in the trash.
Oh, I'm screaming over here. So good. If you are a business owner, you know you relate to this. We all did it. Starting out in your business, let's be real. Quit pretending like you had your high prices this whole time. No, girl, I'm sure you were only charging $99, or you were the free 99 with your friends, okay? We all did it. And that's the craziest part about it, is the more comfortable you get. I mean, even still, even to this day, I'd be like, ooh, what am I going to price that at? I get a little nervous at first, but then I really think about the value. And anytime anybody is getting anything from me, it is full value. And so, yes, it is worth that, right? Whatever that may be. And it's so funny what you said about the client. I had a client, we ended up breaking it off, but I even told her, I said, girl, it feels like you running my program for me. I was done. She was done. We were done with each other because I wasn't being bold enough to stand up to her, and she was just running all over me. And I don't think we got nothing done. And it just makes you sad, right? Like, because I was trying to please her. I wanted it to be whatever she wanted it to be. Every time she showed up, it was like, well, okay, we're supposed to be talking about this today, but you obviously got a lot on your mind about something else. So let's talk about what you want to talk about. Yeah. Right? Right. So people pleasing can really hinder your business. It can hurt you. And it's so natural. So, and it starts so long ago for many of us, right? Come out the womb. Now we're doing it. Mm-hmm. So for these business owners, because we're going to wrap this up, because this is just a sneak peek. See, we're going to talk about that in a minute, but this is just a sneak peek to something bigger and more awesome. Okay. What would be your final thoughts to these first daughters, or these just natural people pleasers, all the female people pleasers out there that are running their business or want to start a business or too scared? What would be something that you would say to them to just, hey, this is what we doing? Or I'm not gonna say what you're gonna say, but what would you say to them? What kind of advice would you give them to get out of their own way?
Yeah, that's such a great question. I feel like there's so many things that I could say, but I feel like what's coming to me most is that you You didn't come out of the womb being like a people pleaser. You were conditioned to be a people pleaser. And you're conditioned to be a people pleaser through your parents. And it's really important. So I have a membership right now where you can either just get life coaching from me or you can get business and life coaching from me. And I don't allow you to get the business coaching without the life coaching, because if you're not improving in your life, your business is going to suffer. You cannot improve in your life without having your business go somewhere too. And if you're still people pleasing in your business, I want you to ask yourself why you're still seeking the approval of your parents. And you might not think that those two are connected, but they are. You are still seeking the approval of someone. You are trying so desperately hard to make somebody proud. And this is why you control everything in your path. Because your parents told you you're supposed to be somebody. Your parents told you that you're supposed to show up and do this thing. And you want so badly to have their approval that you control everything in your path. And if it doesn't go according to plan, then that's it. Blow up, you're a failure, life is over. And it's like, you really don't see how your low prices or your willingness to accept, disrespectful clients ties directly into how you are still seeking the approval of your parents or the people who raised you or somebody else in your life. Because if you really stopped caring what those people thought, then you would be able to elevate yourself and bring yourself up out of the box that these people have put you in, that you never asked to be in the first place. And so I want you to ask yourself, who am I still seeking approval from that is not myself? Because I'm so worried about what everybody else thinks of me that I'm not really driving what I want. You have so much power. The entire cosmic universe is inside of you, and you are an absolute queen, taking opinions from peasants, forgetting who you are, waiting for somebody else to tell you how immaculate of a human being you are, instead of looking to yourself. The amount of power that you have wielded from your pain has gotten you far. You should be proud. You've done so much with it. But imagine the amount of power you can wield from your peace, from your freedom of needing other people to validate you, from your freedom of needing other people to approve of whatever it is you're doing. You don't even like these people. You don't even talk to them. These just randos on the internet. Why do you care what username 575 with no picture and no online presence had to say about your reel? Why do you care? These people don't have the gumption that you have. They don't have the things that they need. They see so much of what they want in you, and they're going to make you feel bad about it. You are immaculate. You are unstoppable. You cannot be replicated. Act like it. Stop looking for anybody else's approval but your own. You need your own approval, and that is it. You cannot be that future version of yourself if you don't love yourself wholeheartedly where you are right now. Love and accept her fully as you are right now. Stop worrying about what everybody else thinks. Stop worrying about what everybody else needs from you. Focus on yourself. So that's my advice, is like, who are you still seeking approval from, and why is it not yourself? And why do you not feel that you are valuable enough and important enough to only worry about your own approval?
Ooh, I gotta go pick my wig up. I think it left it back there somewhere.
Next.
I'm like, it just flew off. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I gotta slide over to Instagram. My girl Misha over there going crazy in the comments. Misha said, well, she said I'm weak. You know, we be wilding out. But Misha said that's huge, to give grace for ourselves, training people to rely on you. That's what we were doing. Misha also said, woo, yes. And then she said, period, to everything you were saying, Alexis. Oh my God. Look at the baby. I love it. The babies are allowed to come in. Hey, boo. Where you going?
Hey. Say hey.
Hey, Pickadoodle.
This is number 2.
I love it.
This is my eldest daughter.
Oh, beautiful queen. And that's what I love about it. This is what, I mean, God, what kind of confident young lady are you raising? Good God.
One that is very difficult to raise.
Like I can say the same about mine, girl. It'd be off the chain. Sometimes these conversations, I'd be like, Blink, blink, blink.
Yeah,
She's right.
I said that, and I want her to have it, but I'm also like, can you maybe curb that for like other
In the
people?
outside world. In this house is a lot. So I love this. So just so y'all know, this is going to be very exciting. You guys, if you want to see Alexis live, like real life in person, like get all this energy. Oh, we are having a conference. Yes, a wealth and wellness conference. That's why we're doing the extravaganza. So you guys can get a little taste, a little peeky poo on what is to come. Alexis is going to be one of the dynamic speakers at this conference. You're only going to get a taste of 5 here this week. There are going to be, I think, 12 speakers. We're going to have panels. There's going to be a lot of great stuff going on. And it's going to be in San Francisco, baby. So maybe you haven't been to the city. Maybe you haven't been to California. Maybe you just need to take a trip and come kick it with your girls, okay? Because it is going to be a good time. We are going to be talking self-care the whole time. We are going to be giving you tips, doing things live, and just really experiencing what self-care means to us business owners. And not only that, we're going to be networking like crazy, y'all. We are going to be networking. You never know your next big opportunity. You never know your next big collaboration. You do not know what's going to be in the room. And all I'm going to tell you is this. Everything that you need is going to be in there. Okay, I can guarantee you that. We're going to be talking mind, we're going to be talking body, and we're going to be talking soul. Okay, so this is just a sneak peek. I'm going to be dropping the link for the tickets on everywhere. So I don't want to drop it right now on Instagram because then the link will go away. So I need to make sure I do it once I post the Instagram. But I'm going to come back, drop the link just so you guys know this week only. Because anybody that knows anything that they've kicked it with me, anybody who's been to any party of mine, it is a full experience. I'm going to feed you. Okay, you ain't gonna be hungry. Okay, you gonna be fed. You gonna have some good information, some soul filling information. We are gonna have vendors in the back with things that you can actually walk away with and go home with and use. Okay, so I need for you to understand this week only. The tickets are $333 for a 3-day event. This week only, and I'm feeding you. Look at Alexis. What?
What?
This week only.
Hold up. Let me
Okay,
message
get
to
your
all my
ticket. Okay, to this week, because this is it. This is the only time it's going to be this cheap. It's going to go up. And yeah, it's going to be something you're not going to want to miss because the speakers are going to be phenomenal. Alexis is a prime example of this. Is just, she's one fabulous. I mean, she had me over here literally like, okay, girl, I know I need to check in with myself. Who is it that I am trying to seek approval from? Like, she checked me today, y'all. Y'all just don't know. I had to turn the fan on high. She checked me. Oh, here sweating. So, in my convictions, okay? So, you know, it is going to be the bomb. You do not want to miss this, okay? This is going to be the bomb. Self-care is the best care. And so, when you get to come and learn more about it, it will change your life. So, only this week, $333, this week only. Next week, them prices go up, baby. And I want to see you all there. You're not going to want to miss this. Your business will thank you. Your life will thank you. You will thank you. Okay. So, Alexis, for anyone who signed up, Kathleen said, could there be a GoFundMe page for her to come? Okay, Kathleen, to be real with you, we do sponsorships too. And I have what's called a in-kind sponsorship. So for anyone who buys a ticket for somebody else, your name will be blasted all over everything. So if you sponsor someone to go, I'm going to put your name on all of our flyers. I'm going to put your name in the program, and I'm going to put your name somewhere on the step and repeat. So sponsor a friend. Kathleen, maybe we can find someone to sponsor you. Okay. But at the end of the day, help your fellow business owners out. Help your friends out. Help the people around you out. That's how we all get to the top. Not by ourselves. Okay. We do it together. We're stronger together. Okay. So I love this, love this, love this. Y'all, this is going to be phenomenal. I'm going to drop the ticket after we get off of here. Anybody who wants to come join us in the Zoom, you had to have registered. You know the link if you registered. I'm not dropping the link here. So you either registered and get the link there, or you don't join us on the Zoom. But you can join us on the Zoom and talk to Alexis and ask questions in real live time. Okay, we got y'all back. You raise your hand, Alexis. What's up, Queen?
Yeah. Can we tell us the dates so everybody knows the
Oh
date?
my God! Look, this is why you get people to help you out. I could be out here just throwing out stuff in the air. The dates for this conference are November 8th, 9th, and 10th. That is Veterans Day weekend. Everybody has that Monday off. So it is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You have the Monday off. We end Sunday earlier. So definitely come join us. It is something you're not going to want to miss. I spend all my money to be in hey, that's a good place to be. And I know if you in Alexis's program, Kathleen, you're going to make some more money, honey, okay? So you may end up coming a little later with us, and that's okay. I love it. So I absolutely love it. You already know, Kathleen, that she is a straight GM, okay? It's going to be a good time. So I love this, love this. Let me see if anybody else is over here on Instagram. Instagram is clear. Okay, we're going to head over to the Zoom. You can join us over there if you would like. Let's make this money, honey. Okay, let's do it. Love y'all for real. Bye.